So, hello and welcome, Vadahi. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also doing fantastic. The day was quite fantastic, I can say, as it is summer going on, but still, we somehow manage the situation. So, tell me how was your day so far?
It was pretty nice for me because what I wanted to do, it was done on time, so it's great. And how was
Oh,
your day?
yeah, my day was quite nice. I would say miracle. You might be thinking why I'm saying miracle. There was some incident happened to me, which I am going to explain what happened to me. Actually, few days ago, while I was returning home after a long day,
Mhm.
something unexpected happened to me. I had auto rickshaw. I had auto rickshaw through which I was going to home, and somehow I think I lost in thoughts, and somewhere along the way, uh, unwillingly, I left my bag into auto rickshaw. And I was just after that, I had bus, and in the middle of the bus, almost halfway to the my home, I suddenly remember that, oh my God, I lost my bag into auto. Now what I can do? I couldn't go back home. I was in bus, almost halfway the bus. I did not know anything about auto rickshaw driver. Where was he from? What is his name? And something, anything clue about that, I did not know. Where to find it, how to begin it. And so my bag has some important thing. The most important thing was that my college dress, and there was some sort t-shirt. It was all clothes only. And for 2 days, I was at home. I kept thinking whether I would get back my bag or not. I was just thinking about how I can be so unaware.
Irresponsible,
Yeah,
unaware.
irresponsible. I was not thinking about my clothes. Clothes can be buy again, but the problem was that I was thinking how I can be so unaware. I have to be vigilant. How I can forget. But you know what happened? Something miracle happened that 2 days later, I come back to the home. Sorry, in hostel, and I went back to the same place. I was searching there, that same auto driver, and somehow I got him and said to him that, man, I lost my bag in your auto, and there has something important, and I want to get back. Firstly, he was denying that there is no bag. I did not know you. Then I explained something that, okay, we were talking about this topic. You remember? So he said, oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I will look over and I will get back to you. He just gave his mobile number and contact information, and then he promised me to will give me my bag. So I'm very thankful to the auto driver. I'm very thankful to the god that I am going to get my bag in return. So this was all about the day
So
today, what happened to
haven't
me. Mhm.
haven't you get it yet?
No, he promised me to give me back because he was driving and maybe the bag is at their home. It's about 2 days, so he can't be with bag and just running his
Roaming
auto
around.
and roaming around. So he is
Mm.
having his work. So he said to me, "Sir, I'm doing my work. I will call you later. Once I will get back to the home." And then so he just promised me to give my bag. So at least I'm satisfied that maybe he is going to give me. So it was
Okay.
all about the day. But we were talking, but before we start our discussion, Vaidehi, I would like to give your short introduction so that the people, the viewers who are going to watch this video, they can know something about you. So please have your introduction.
So hello everyone. I am Vedi Sharma from Delhi. My hometown is in Bihar, but I live in Delhi with my parents. I'm doing BCom honors currently from Dusul. Currently studying in second year. Um, and recently I'm facing some exams. So like my exams are going on right now. So that's what
Okay,
I'm doing.
okay. And what are your hobbies that you would like to do in your free times?
Okay. I like to do some research. Well,
Mm-hmm.
like it can be anything about history, music, or it could be anything. Just I like to read and research about things which are new or old. So I like to learn new things. So that
Okay.
is my hobby.
So you believe in discoveries. Whatever you read, sometimes you want to explore that thing, and that's how you read about that, you know, if something is new.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Right.
this is really a new hobby that I got to know. By the way, let me tell you something about me. As you already know my name, my name is Shravan. I hold a bachelor degree in science, and currently I'm pursuing my master degree in computer application. Apart from these, I do run a YouTube channel. My hobbies are listening music, watching podcasts, and interacting with various individuals. So this is something more or less about me. Yeah. So let's begin to our discussion. Okay. So
Okay.
Vaidehi, you are doing BCom and currently you are in second year, if I'm not wrong, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
said your hobbies are, doing discoveries and reading and something like that. So what was the recent thing that you were reading? If you could
The
remember,
recent thing.
if you could remember something, it could be anything that you were reading. Mm,
Actually,
you
I'm
can't remember.
studying right now because my exams are like, yeah, my exams are close. So, like, I have an exam on 21st. So, it's international business. So, I'm studying about that. So,
Okay.
I'm learning academically right now.
So right now you are more into your academic part, and right now you have just taken a break from discovering and research. Okay. So let's back
Yeah.
to our learning this beautiful language. Um, First of all, tell me that since how many months or maybe years you were learning this language?
Honestly, so it is like from childhood because we all have studied English subjects in our schools.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not interested that much in those days. But honestly, and working on it, like it has been maybe 6 to 7 months,
Okay.
I would say.
So you are speaking since 6 to 7 months. Before that, as you
Yeah.
mentioned, since our childhood, we are learning this language. Yeah, absolutely correct. I agree with you that we are learning since our childhood, especially the grammar portion, part of a speech, and these kind of things
Yeah.
we are learning. But still, many
Which was
people,
the which
hmm,
was the most like irritating part of that
most
study.
irritating part and boring part. We hate that thing. We don't want to study grammar. Yeah, absolutely correct. But what do you
Yeah.
think? Like, most of the people, they even though studied grammar and all since their childhood, they're learning in school, but they're not able to speak English. What do you think? What's the reason behind it?
Okay. So it's mostly depends on the environment in which they are living in.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the people around them is not conversation, like their conversation is not in that language, so they will feel a bit inferior about them that I'm not good at it. Like I'm not good in speaking this language, and or like they will feel a bit little inconfident. Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
it's mostly depends on the environment we are living in.
I agree with you. So tell me something about your environment. Do you have an environment where English is widely spoken? The people around you are speaking English, or maybe you are, I mean, you are surrounded with those people who speak good English. Do you have that kind of environment?
No, actually, I don't have that kind of environment, but I'm trying to create that environment, creating that environment. Like, cause if I talk about my home, no one speaks in English with me. And if I talk about my school, they are all dumb. Not
Oh,
particularly like I'm not saying that they are really dumb. Some of them are really good in English, but just they don't talk in it. Cause it's a vibe that we can say that mostly friends make fun of us. That
yeah.
a don't be like a Britisher or anything like foreigner. You should behave like us. So they don't do that in this case. So I'm creating my own environment for that.
Hmm. I don't know why people are speaking in English when they are speaking English with their friends or in their surrounding. Some of the people they always trying to, trying to say like that, don't be a foreigner, why are you speaking English? Angrez ka bachcha, Angrez mat bano. These kind of,
Ah,
statement they passed out. I don't believe in
yeah.
such people. If you have in your around, if those people are there, how can you learn English? It is impossible to learn because those people are always demotivating you and they themselves
Yeah.
can't speak a single line in English. I'm not saying to learn English
And
because you want to show some people, you want to down some people. No, speaking in
mm,
English is somehow is requirement of the today's era. You know, you are doing research and discoveries as you mentioned earlier in your introduction part. So how do you research? So for research purpose, you have to read things in English. You can't get, yeah, like
yeah,
suppose you want to read something, there's some discoveries and research that has happened through the foreign writer. So a foreign writer can only have one channel through which you can learn, through which you can understand their writing. And that is the medium of the language is what? English. So of course you need to know English. You need to know how to read, how to write, how to speak. Here we are not talking about only the speaking part of the English language. When it comes to English, it is the four parameters. You need to learn how to listen, how to speak, how to write, at the very same time, how to speak. So every parameters, if you are good at, then you would be called as a great
good
expert of
learner.
this language, or maybe a good learner. Yeah, absolutely correct. So you said that you have created an environment through online mode. As you said that you don't have any environment, but you have created your environment. Like there are many
Yeah.
people, they always claim and just say that I don't have
I don't
environment.
have,
How can I speak English?
they
Mhm.
just they use like they excuses. They use it
They
as
make
an
it.
excuse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
tell
it's
them
not an
that
excuse.
how did you create online environment even though you don't have environment at your home? There are people who do not know how to speak English, but somehow you created this environment because somehow you have this burning desire in you that motivates you, that inspires you to learn this language. And now you have ample amount of time that you have created this online environment and where you can interact, where you can practice throughout the day. So tell me that how did you create your online environment where you can learn English easily and you are learning, and by the way.
Yeah. So it first we need to change our environment in a way like if you are living in an environment where all of them speaks in Hindi, you will not
Hmm.
get a other language person like. So you need to find those people who do speak in English, and
Hmm.
from where you can find it, use join their classes. Like I'm learning English, so I joined a class in
Hmm.
the starting. Then from there you make connections with others. From there the
Hmm.
journey starts. So first, step out of your comfort zone, find people that whatever you want to learn, find those people who are learning that, or who are interested, or who are in like professional in that particular field. So it's
Hmm.
always this starting part is very difficult, but if you get yourself into it, then it's very good. Like journey will start and it will go in a flow that you will never know, like, oh my God, I'm learning
Hmm.
that from 1 year or from 7 months. It will like go in a flow
Yeah.
like a butter.
Excellent, Vadhi. I couldn't agree more with you. I just thought the kind of thoughts that you have shared. I am pretty much confident about the fact that this is going to help a lot the beginners, the learners who really want to learn this language. So you told that first of all, what you can do, just try to have some classes if you can afford. But if you could not afford, there are multiple people who are providing free online classes. There are multiple groups, English groups where people are speaking English. So try to indulge yourself and try to engage yourself in speaking this language. Once you will be there in group, you will be started having connections. Connections means suppose you are speaking English and there are some other people who are the same learner who also want to improve their language, where you can make connection. And once you make connection, you can start practicing on the daily basis. Because we all know that English speaking is nothing but something we can say is the daily practice task. Once you will lose the
Yeah.
practice, you will started thinking, your fluency is decreasing. But the more you will practice, the better you will become in this language, the better your thoughts would be become. So try to speak a lot, try to have practice on the daily basis. Make sure that you are speaking this at least for 15 days on the daily basis. Try to have the groups, try to have free applications where you can speak in English. If you can't do anything, try to record yourself. Like earlier, what I used to do that, I had my phone, I just opened my camera, I tried to speak anything for 5 minutes. That was totally damn shit thing I was talking. I did not even remember that what I was talking about. But I just speak out loud through my phone and record myself. Once I recorded myself, I tried to watch that video again and again, that whether I'm performing well or not, whether I'm using my gesture or posture good or not, whether I'm making eye contact or not, and most importantly, whether I'm looking confident or not, isn't it? So that's how I have been
Hmm.
just started my journey of learning this language. And still I'm learning, I'm improving, and I thought that, uh, practice, 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 and discipline. This is something that is very, very important in order to have mastery over this language. Hmm. So, what problem do
But
you face while speaking this language?
actually, I was not a total beginner in this. So it was like I used to write stories and poetries in English. So it was, and I used to make conversation with AI.
Oh,
So I
nice.
used to do I used to do that in starting. Then
Hmm.
when I got bored and like thinking like I'm not improving anymore in this, so I
Hmm.
started to think about what should I do to improve myself more. So I bought a class. That's how it started, but it was kind of good.
How did
Like
you
for the
do?
starting,
How did you do that? Talking with the AI. Most of the people are doing
it
nowadays.
it's very easy. Whatever you want to know, just
Mhm.
ask it. Ask to him. He will tell you everything, and then put some question more if you are interested in that particular subject, or make a casual conversation to him, like tell me a joke or
Hmm.
something. What do you think about this particular topic? Like I used to tell him my whole day.
Hmm.
To the AI, I used to tell him my whole day how it went, what I did from the starting to end at the night. So that's how
Hmm.
it started actually.
Yeah,
But
amazing.
the problem was
Hmm.
my body language and confidence. I was not able, like, I can think in English, I can do writing part, but if it comes to speaking, I am a bit underconfident that time. So I
Hmm.
needed to work on that. So that's why I joined a class. And
Hmm.
I recently asked AI that can you suggest me some apps or website where foreigner where I can talk to native peoples.
Mhm.
So he suggested me three websites,
Oh, great. Hmm.
and
Does it
I'm
work?
using that. Yeah, it's work. Actually, I'm using it like around 2 days. It is pretty good. I talk to people, and I
Is
had
it
made
free?
some friends there. Yeah, it is free, totally free.
Oh, can you
It is
mention the
free.
name, please? Can you mention the name so that it can help the other people as well?
The most favorite website I'm using right now is Free for Talk. It's
Okay, free for talk, where
F
we can get
R
native
yeah
people. Hmm.
FREE for four alphabet,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, number four,
Mm-hmm.
then talk,
Okay,
TLK.
4. So it is a mathematical digit 4. Free for
Yeah,
talk.
mathematical.
Okay, I
Yeah.
hope it would help the people who just want to improve their fluency and speaking part at the advanced level so they can connect to the native people. And how it was challenging talking to the native people. Was it challenging for you? Were you able to talk to them and were they able to understand you?
Actually, they work because my pronunciation is not that much
Mm-hmm.
like sounds Indian that much. I don't use that much Indian tone in my conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes to understanding them, it's a bit difficult because it depends on from where which country they are. Like
Hmm.
every country have their own accent, so it's kind of difficult to understand others' country accent. If you are if you are a regular watcher of French,
Hmm.
so you can understand the French accent in English. But
Hmm.
if you are not a regular watcher of French or Spanish, then you will not be able to understand it. Some few words.
Hmm.
So you will like, can you repeat? Can you come again? It
Yeah.
goes like that, but it helps you to improve yourself. So yeah, it was good.
Amazing. Amazing. I really appreciate your efforts to learn this language. And you are really working hard to improve this language. Amazing. So I hope that people is going to use this free application and that can help people. At the very same time, you also mentioned that how to use AI. Nowadays, people are, saying AI is dangerous. It is going to lead, it is going to, snatch our jobs. It is going to create unemployment in the country and this, that, blah, 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 blah. But at the very same time, there are people like you, who acknowledge, who just try to take the more and more benefits of the AI. Like you mentioned that how did you talk? How did you talk to AI? Like if you are stuck with some new words, suppose there are some vocabulary you are not able to understand, you can ask AI that give me the 10 sentences with this one vocabulary, and AI will give you within a second and you can understand. At the very same time, if you are confused about some website, like you said, you wanted to speak with native people but you did not have any idea how I can interact with them, so AI has suggested you some free website where you can go and easily connect to them, and it works. It works, and it helps you to meet the people who are native in this language. Amazing. So, which accent do you like the most? British or American or maybe French?
Uh, Actually, I like all
Mm-hmm.
because it's their home, like it's their own accent. They, every one is different from other another one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything sounds very beautiful when if I talk about American one, so they sounds very kind of professional, I would say. If I
Mm-hmm.
talk about British accent, they sounds a bit poetic. And
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about French and Spanish, they more sounds like very calm and very soothing voice. They have very like the way they say words in English, it's very soothing to me. So everyone
Mm-hmm.
have their own pros and cons of it. So
So
sounds like
don't
that.
you like our beautiful Indian accent?
Yeah, I do like I'm also Indian. How why would I don't like that?
Amazing. Yeah,
It's in our blood.
American, they speak a little bit faster, and that's why we face a little bit problem
Yeah.
while understanding when they speak. At the very same time, British, they are always the British people, they try to, eat some word. Like there's some word like water. They don't say water, they say water, water. So the R sounds, they
What?
just do not, yeah,
Yeah.
they do not pronounce. It is like that, it is their accent, but I believe uh, one of the most amazing accent that is exists in this world, that is Indian accent. Talk to the British, talk to the French, talk to the American, talk to the Canadian, talk to the anybody in English language. They will be able to understand you because we speak
Yeah.
with clear, I think, throat. We have a very clear throat, you know.
And we
So
pronounce every and like each word we pronounce that. So
yeah, each word we pronounce very clearly, and I believe that our Indian accent is the most beautiful accent. Rather, learning their accent, we should try to inspire and emphasizes more on learning this Indian accent. Why to need why to need to always follow those colonial mindsets,
Others.
copying other, trying to influence with the Western culture and their language. I'm not against it. I'm not doing any kind of contradiction. If you are willing to learn, go and learn. But if you have already your own accent, try to speak in that for that matter, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's
Indian
good.
accent have a
Mhm.
unique quality that, like in Indian accent, you can remember spellings of the word very easily.
Yeah, yeah, true.
It's
Spellings
easy
of the
to
word,
remember it.
it's easy to remember. In their cases, like suppose some people they are saying water. And if I'm saying water, you can just understand the vocabulary. Maybe there is some water because I'm sounding like that.
Yeah.
I'm sounding exactly like the word.
Yes.
But in that case, they are not sounding exactly like the word. They eat some word. They speak somehow very fast that you did not understand what they said. But yeah, if you're native, like if you are American already, then it might be possible for you to understand because you are watching those movies, you are listening all the day the American accent. Then it might be easy for you to understand. Yeah, like
Yeah.
do you watch
If you
any
are
English
a
series?
regular consumer of
Yeah,
what
if you are
series?
any kind of English series where it could be English American where like there are one series Friends which is very comedy kind of things, but it is in English. So if you would watch that, it would help to you like how their accent is, how they are using the vocabulary in a very contextual manner. Sometimes it's very important to
Yeah.
understand that how to use vocabulary in a contextual manner. You can't use any word at anywhere. It would be inappropriate, isn't it? To understand the
Yeah.
context, it would be difficult for the people who are foreigner. In India, it would be easy for people to understand because we know we use like that. But suppose you're talking to the native and you are using some vocabulary, so different vocabulary at the different place, they would not get you. They would ask you, "What did you mean that? What do you mean by that?" So it would be difficult for them to understand. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So, hmm
you was saying something. Please
yeah.
continue.
So I liked your idea of learning this language that how do you each day you are enhancing your speaking part. You are just in second year of your graduation and you are working hard to learn this language. And I hope that by the time you will be end up doing your graduation, you will be having a good job as you are planning to have a job after your BCom. So I hope what are you willing to become in future?
Actually, I don't know exactly. I'm just
Okay.
figuring out it.
Okay. So yeah, I think bachelor, during our bachelor, it is the time to figure it out more. What do I like the most? When we were
Yeah,
child, we like to
exploring
become
different things.
like when I was child,
Exploring different.
I was thinking to go into the aerospace. I become a little younger. I thought I would sail ice cream. Then when I become a little more younger, I thought maybe I would become a taxi driver because I would get free traveling wherever I want to go. I can go. So thing like this, happened, since the time we are come into this world. So we should try to figure it out, and once you
Yeah.
find out your thoughts, okay, this is something that I want to do in my life, try to fix it up, try to be expert in that field. Suppose you wanted to become a CA, so try to have that kind of mindset. Okay, now I would not going to distract with any other things. My whole focus would be there at all. Okay, so is there any question, Vadahi, that you would like to ask me as we are about to end up our session here? So if there is anything that you would like to ask me, you can ask me regarding
No, I
language,
don't have
regarding
any.
anything. You don't have anything?
No.
Okay. So now it's time to wind up our session here, and it was really a nice session. I really liked a lot, and thank you so much for joining and having your time to interact with me. Thank you very much.